Garden Center. We appreciate Flowers doing that. 4550 Eatons Creek Road. Check them out over there at Eatons Creek Road. Guys, if you want to do more fishing, Mama's got to be happy around the house. So, you know, I don't know what all gardenias and all that you need to plant and stuff like that. Get it all looking good for Mama. All right, our first picture here, let me show you this one. This is this is Tanner Hale and Justin Clark. And if you can see right there, they just recently fished a big, nice tournament, on a team tournament, and they got 9th place. They are ahead in the point standing. They're in 6th place in the points and looking forward to their next tournament. So Tanner Hale for Pink Fishing. We appreciate Tanner sending that in. Our next one here, this is our good buddy Jim Flowers. He's one of the major heads over there at Flowers Garden Center. He snuck off one day and got availability to take an afternoon bird. So great job there, Jim. We appreciate you sending that one in. And then we got, let's see, oh, here is a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in quite a while. I saw him the other day at a restaurant, imagine that. His name is Michael Whitaker, and Michael took this bird. This bird weighed 36 pounds. Wow. Now that's a bird by anybody's standard. Had 2 beards, one 11 and one 8. So big bird. Here's Michael Whitaker again with a bird that he took just 2 days prior that weighed 33 pounds.
He doesn't mess around, does he?
I keep telling him, I said, I want to know, I'm going to call JG and see if the Nashville Zoo's missing any birds over there. So great job there, Michael. We appreciate that. Here is a picture. This is of Tyler, and Tyler is Wanda Fuquay and Jody Fuquay and Tasha. Tyler is Tasha's son, and this was Cody that he took in Cross Plains while he was turkey hunting. And you see a lot of this anymore. While you're turkey hunting and calling turkeys, those coyotes want to come in and ruin your day. So good job there. That's awesome. And then we have Josh Fuquay, and you know, he's like that old blind hog. He'll find an acorn every now and then. Josh finally got him a nice largemouth. He caught there off of Old Hickory Lake. So we appreciate it. You send your pictures to us here, Southern Woods and Waters, 474 James Robinson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email them to me at hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com, and we'll get them on here really fast for you. So we appreciate all of that. A lot of turkey hunting going on still. It is getting towards the end of the season, so a lot of the hens have already been bred. They're usually by now 9:30. They're on their nests. So it's a little easier if you like to stay out there. You know, you don't necessarily have to go in the early morning anymore. But if you got out there about 9:30. Just do a little soft yelping every now and then. Old lonely old gobbler might come up on you real fast like. So just a good little hunting tip that now some of the best turkey hunting is available. I've got with me tonight, I've got Nick Adams and J.D. Allman, Tennessee Moving Water Guide Service. Now these guys are just awesome in their own right because they fish our rivers, our creeks, our stream systems, those that have free-flowing, moving water. And a lot of the fish, a lot of times we pass by them by the interstate and drive over the bridges and we don't even think,
That's our favorite thing, man. We see a big bass boat headed somewhere.
Yeah, he's like, he's out of our water. See ya. But you know, we're driving down the road, we drive over. I did not realize that Drake's Creek goes as far as it does, but buddy, Drake's Creek off of Old Hickory goes a long way, several miles. Yep. And I was really surprised. And then I didn't know that there was a Caney Fork Creek, but it's way up there close to the Kentucky line, and how it feeds into the Caney Fork River. Yep. And so just if you drive around, pay attention to the little signs, and you start putting a puzzle together. But you guys have already done that. You guys
we did it before GPS. We did it before Google Maps. We did it before all that. We just open up a gazetteer and follow the road out there, and then the road goes dotted and then the line disappears. You know what I mean?
And I know for a fact you guys have asked people for permission to go on their place. And Tennessee, did you find that you were welcomed more than you were told no?
I don't know how you want to say it. I would say it's about a 50-50 shot.
About a 50-50?
Yep. And I mean, we're the nicest two guys you're going to meet, man.
That's right.
We offer to pick up trash and everything else, and we've had people that have flat out told us they didn't care, and then we couldn't access. We haven't been back.
Well, that's...
You know, and we've had some people. Put it to you, Hugh. A guy told me one time, Nick and I were fishing a stream, we'll leave it unnamed, and he told us we were trespassing, and I saw his house, and we rode around in the truck for about 30 minutes till we found his house, and he actually told me, he said, son, you got a pair coming up here. I'm going to give you guys access.
Access.
You know?
Just simply because you went the extra effort.
Yeah. And
He told us to get out. We left. We found where he lived and asked him nicely, you know, if we could have permission. He was like,
yeah.
How's
Okay.
it
And we want to tell people that, you know, we have a lot of the streams we fish, you know, we have people hounding us all the time trying to find out where we fish. You know what I mean? And we've spent 20 plus years finding these places and getting access. So many of the places we fish, it's private access, and we've spent a lot of time and a lot of energy finding these places, making sure we can access them and get there. You know, so don't go cross people's land to get to some place to catch a fish, because it's not necessarily the right thing to do. You know, a lot of these people are pretty cool if you go talk to them. You know what I mean? And they might tell you no, go find another place. You
That's
know,
right.
They're out there.
They're out there.
They're out there, and you know, get a gazetteer. Don't rely on GPS. I can't tell you how many times we've been riding on the GPS and the line ends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're on dirt, you're on gravel. That's when we say we're home.
Yeah.
When we get off of pavement, we're home.
That's what it's there.
We're on that red dirt and those creek gravel roads. If you've ever been on a creek gravel road where the road is made up pretty much of red clay creek gravel, you're almost at the spot.
You're almost there. And I'm going to tell you, I just thought of a great tip. I mean, you know, with planting season here, you know, even offering a farmer, if you want access, hey, I'd love to come work a Saturday all day for you, you know, and if you'll let me have a little bit of access to your creek or river.
You can't hurt at all.
You can't hurt. No. And I know farmers, they're like, you know, I got the south side of my barn over here that needs painting, you know. Well, there you go, free labor.
Yeah.
You know, but that's a great way, I think, to break the ice with landowners.
Yep.
To try and gain permission.
Yeah.
Is first, don't go with your hat in your hand. Go with, I want to give you, I want to do something for you, and then ask for permission.
Yeah.
And I think you'll find a lot of Tennessee people are quite nice to that kind of.
If you're up front.
If you're up front, yes.
If you're up front.
But if you're going to go around them and sneak, and that's not good. That is not good.
No, not at all.
Let's talk baits, guys, because right now you're on a smallmouth bite. Okay. We hear it as fishermen and fisher ladies all the time, match the hatch, match the hatch, match the hatch. But moon phases have a lot to do with, you know, I don't necessarily want to be the day after a full moon comes up, I don't necessarily want to be throwing stone rollers when the crawfish are flooding the waters. Can you help us out just a little bit, Nick, about, you know, match the hatch, we understand, but knowing when to use it?
Well, I mean, we throw a lot more reaction baits too, I have to say.
Okay.
You know, match the hatch in early spring is good. You know, tubes are going to be great when the crawfish are coming out. But once the water warms up some, we like to go to topwater and bigger baits. I mean, I've seen 6-pound smallmouth come up and eat a bluegill this size.
They will.
So, you know, we're starting to throw baits like this. I mean, for smallmouth.
In a stream.
In a creek. Clear water.
Now, JJ, you're the biologist of the group, and a very good one. Bluegill, this time of year, tell me why?
And I don't even think it's so much bluegill. Like Nick was saying, you got a post-spawn fish. She's hungry. She's ready to make up a meal. Mm-hmm. She's looking for something big. Mm-hmm. Bluegill, mice.
Mice.
We're all about mice. I mean, there's nothing more get a big smallmouth excited than a mouse. it's about the meal, and it is about matching the hatch. But think about what's going on at this time of the year. I mean, you got bluegill are done with the spawn. You got rodents. Rodents are already nested. They've had their little babies, and they're moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got snakes. I'm just throwing out some different options out there to people. You got snakes. You got rodents. You got small birds. You got baby wood ducks.
Yes. Baby ducks.
A smallmouth isn't going to turn that down.
No.
Not a 20-inch smallmouth. And you know, when Nick and I were out there on Tuesday, and I joke all the time, I've gotten into singing songs lately. And one thing muskie fishing has done for us is that he and I are fine going out and trying to catch one smallmouth anymore, because we're fine to go catch the smallmouth that everybody else wants to catch. And you're going to get those other fish that other people are trying to catch all the time, but we're 100% content to go throw a bait for 3-4 hours to get one bite to catch the smallmouth that everybody else is working their entire year to catch.
That's right.
We're going to do it every time.
That is
and
awesome.
We put ourselves to it, and like you said earlier about the both of us together, it's a test, but it's a progression that he and I have come to, that we have the confidence and the desire to go catch that fish, that one fish that is there, and we know she's there, and we know that she's looking for that meal that other people aren't going to present. You know, if you go through rooster tails and little tubes and a little grub, you're going to catch your smallmouth.
Your small little ones.
But you're not going to catch that fish.
Well, you'll catch a big one every now and then. You get lucky.
You get
But
lucky.
that's the
You
only
get
fish
lucky.
we're trying to catch. We're not trying to catch those
You're
other
not trying to
little fish.
catch those 15-inch.
You'll be amazed, a 15-inch fish will
Yeah.
hit that bluegill bait.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
It's
Well, I got to
amazing.
do our product of the week. And let me tell you something. I just went by Gander Mountain. And by the way, this product of the week is being sponsored by Highland Rim Tractor, where you just saw that Mahindra tractor. They're there in Millersville, right there on the main drag. This week, though, we've got Gander. I went out to Gander Mountain. They have got a brand new shipment. If you have seen a Yeti this big, I mean, this is a 64-ounce. I don't even, it's called a Rambler. I was going to say it can't be called a tumbler, but 64 ounces of either a hot or cold beverage. I love my unsweet tea, so I fill it about half full of ice and then fill it the rest of the way with tea. It will keep it cold all day long, especially if you got a canoe or a kayak.
Right.
You can put this thing in. Well, here's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen. Gander guys, and it better come off. Wait a minute, take that off.
Does it pull off?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What in the world?
No,
it
it's
does
screwed.
unscrew.
Hey,
I'm
Screws
sorry.
on here.
That's all right.
No, the cap came off. That's,
Oh, okay.
These are the Ramblers, though, that you can set the little, your like Coke or Sprite or in it, and it keeps it cold.
Oh.
You can also treat it like a cup for your big tumbler or Rambler. Rambler. But and this could be like a cup. I'll have to work on getting that.
We'll do that on commercial
I think
break.
I may have mashed it too hard. I think so. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to open up our phone lines here. It's 615-737-7767. Be right back with more Southern Woods and Waters.